Hello guys, it's Vincent Hanna Tech here. We're going to be taking a look at Dying Light with Titan X in SLI. First time I've played this game since I completed it, so just going to test out performance, SLI performance. Just going to go briefly into the video options menu, show you that we're running at 3840 by 2160, effectively 4K, although it's really UHD, Ultra HD. V-Sync's off, everything's on the highest, including view distance. All the Nvidia GameWorks features are on, anti-aliasing is on. I'm not sure what they use in the game. That could affect performance quite a lot, but we'll go with that. Right, so on with the game. As I say, it's a while since I've completed it. Actually played it originally on the 295X2, which didn't have a crossfire profile, which was slightly annoying. Although 4K performance, even on a single GPU, then was running at about 32 frames a second. This is the first time I've seen the game. What are we looking at? I mean, standing here, 50 frames a second. I was expecting slightly more. Really, I was kind of hoping for 60 locked, but doesn't seem to be the case. Although it's going up a bit now. I don't know why I'm trying to climb this building here, because I've got a grapple hook. The game, it is a handsome looking game. I think the lighting's good. You've got not quite a real-time sunset and day and night cycle. The night cycle much quicker than the day, but if I just stand up here quite high up, you can see across the landscape. You've got definitely a post-apocalyptic feel. Smoke rising in the background. You've got the burnt out cars on the bridge, zombies below there. So yeah, nice looking game, sandboxy, very much in the vein of Far Cry 3 and 4. Really sort of crossed between Far Cry 3 and 4 and Mirror's Edge, if anyone's ever played that. Back in 2008, that was a DICE game, believe it or not. But yeah, so you got the parkour element, which is, really works really well. I play on the control pad. I find it very easy. I'm probably gonna, I'm looking. There's often these places you can jump off and not get hurt, but I'm just looking around for that now, and I can't seem to see it. But I've got a perk which kind of lets me take a lot of falling damage anyway. Yeah, let's see how we go. What I can always do is grapple down to the ground. The grapple you get midway through the game makes it a lot easier, but also detracts slightly from the fun, because climbing things, that's half the game essentially, and when you no longer have the challenge of finding the right climbing points, you can just use the grapple, easily move around. So we are just gonna, there we go. Yeah. Let's go and actually behead some zombies. Get to see what performance is like in the middle of combat. There's a quarantine zone here I haven't done. That's one of the few missions I haven't done. You're supposed to tackle them in co-op mode, which I've never, I've done 5 so far. Slightly overpowered weapon there. Yeah, I've done 5 of those quarantines so far, none in co-op. I don't think any of those were particularly difficult, although this is quite late stage in the game. I've maxed out my weapons, powers. If you haven't played the game, you basically have a weapons, agility and survivor powers that you level up. So that's maximum weapon power, agility's nearly there, and survivor rank, which is effectively what access to the weapons you've got. That's nearly done, just 2 more bits to go there. Behead this guy. These weapons are ridiculously overpowered at this stage of the game. I've got fire effects, electricity effects, things that were quite scary like these guys in the early game are not a problem now. One-shot killing most things. So, but don't get me wrong, this game in the early stages, it's not that difficult, but it's a lot more of a challenge than now. You tend to avoid getting into really big fights in the early stages. There's you know, I've got more health now. I do more damage. I fall off buildings with more skill. But yeah, so I'll get away from this section. I will head to the tower and show you the second area of the game, because this is the starting area of the game. I think it must be that one. There we go. I'm just going to head over there. You get to see the graphical performance at the moment. It's actually showing 40 frames per second, which is a surprise. I'm going to quickly dial off the anti-aliasing, just see what effect that actually has. The real killer is the view distance that I found originally, but I'll just flick that off for a second, see if that makes any difference. Although it doesn't seem to have had any major impact. That probably indicates some sort of post-process FXAA, you know, motion blurring type anti-aliasing, which is never that good anyway. 4K, you don't particularly need it. You might notice some slight shimmering on fences, things like that. Never really bothers me. Quite happy to play without the performance hit, to be honest. Right, how fast can we get with this? Let's jump over those guys. Right, so that's where we're heading anyway, that big tower over there, because there's, unlike Far Cry, which does give you lots of fast travel options, this has only got one in the game to go between the two main areas, and so you have to go into the tower, find a poster, and there's a little poster you select and you get through to the next level. Interiors tend to run faster. Let's just turn the light on so I know where I'm going. Yeah, interiors tend to run a bit better. I think I got some survivor points, so I'll just do those.
This means we can survive for the next couple of days at least.
And as I said, there's a poster this way in this guy's shop. It's Creepy Man shop. He usually says strange things, but we'll go to the old town, which is the second area of the game. Give you slight different things to look at there. You should start at this construction tower high up. Let's just see what's the best way. There we go, straight up there. We can, appreciate the graphics, the sun setting, the lighting. Quite impressive lighting model. Lens flare, but yeah, because I often get lens flare in my eyes. Distance, not quite as good in the distance, but on the whole, very good looking. 4K looks particularly good. Gonna get some slight VSync issues there. We're showing at the moment nearly 6 gig of VRAM usage. Not surprising. So it's going to be night time soon. That's the bell tolling to let you know that night time's coming and the game's about to get considerably harder. Let's just quickly use this. Zip down here, see if we can get anywhere before night time does arrive. Seems to have come rather quickly. Stuck there a bit. I was just going to get as far to the edge of the city as I could, really. You get light shafts through the buildings, they look fairly decent. So anyway, strange thing, the GPU usage, not particularly high. I was expecting 100% usage on both, but whether that's a SLI profile issue, I'm just using the standard Nvidia settings. I haven't changed that in any way. Titan X's are the EVGA super clocked versions. Let's see if I can take this guy out. There's no effect. These are probably the hardest guys in the game. Accepted. Should get me a reward.
Thank you for coming to our
Oh,
aid.
very good reward. So this is the extreme edge of the city. You can go down there. I mean, it's getting dark now anyway, so the water has a strange effect
This is IO. Time to lay
this
low,
time of
people.
night, but
Find a quiet spot to make it through the night.
it gives you an idea
Stay safe.
of the gameplay and the
again
sort of frames you
tomorrow.
can expect at 4K and the high settings. I think it's patched to 1.5 at the moment. I don't think it says that anyway, but I might say that somewhere. Yeah, I think it's the most recent patch as of I'm playing this early April. Titan X has just come out. But I will leave it there. Anyway, I've just given you enough idea of how the game looks, the lighting, the performance, and sort of what you can expect to see. Okay, thanks for watching.